Lopez moments away from having it happen. And there it is. He has done it.
To enjoy and reflect on what a week it's been. But here comes Shakur Stevenson.
Two exceptional fighters, both at their peaks, meet in an electrifying super fight, delivering intense drama that makes boxing genuinely captivating.
They knew it amidst reported chaos. Look at this finish from Teofimo.
Teofimo Lopez captured victory against Danny Garcia to claim the WBC Super Lightweight Championship, securing another prestigious world title for his collection.
WBO Lineal Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, the tape!
We just beat the #1 ranked guy, #1 champion, lineal world champion, Josh Taylor, former undisputed world champion.
Shakur Stevenson captured victory against Robson Conceição, claiming the world championship and establishing his position as an unstoppable title holder.
Big options. With this type of performance, all those guys wouldn't mind stepping in the ring with Stevenson.
Teofimo Lopez defeated Jack Catterall to successfully retain his WBO Super Lightweight Junior Welterweight title, maintaining his position as reigning champion.
Confidence as he goes through the round. He knows that he's probably well ahead in the fight.
Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson, competing at his own championship level, stayed unbeaten, earning a commanding victory over Robson Conceição and further cementing his world champion reputation.
Decision, the fighting pride of Newark, New Jersey, and still the undefeated WBC lightweight champion of the world.
For Teofimo's bout, Shakur Stevenson prepared rigorously while Andre Ward observed in his camp, overseeing every moment, refining abilities and guaranteeing maximum readiness, demonstrating commitment and championship-level preparation.
Start the year off right. Motherfucker on. You about to take this shit over. The whole family. You know that.
Shakur Stevenson trains alongside his mentor Kay Koroma, who mentors him with precision polishing technique, tactics, and fitness for optimal results.
They say you can point your fingers. I say that's the bad guy. So, will that make you good? Yeah, Ken Red. We need to be pushed today. Bring the smoke, baby. Yep, that's fine. Yep, that's fine. July 12th, demolishment. We're gonna demolish. Guys way too slow, sports too sharp, too fast, too strong.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez prepares relentlessly in his facility, concentrating on power, mechanics, and game plan, training systematically for his forthcoming battle while exceeding his boundaries every session.
Work on your speed.
Way more motivated this time, you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot to prove. You know, he's got to defend his Ring Magazine title. You know, he's the best in the division right now, holding the Ring Magazine by beating Josh Taylor. So, you know, we got to go in there and you know, keep that belt, keep that Ring Magazine. Every time you throw a right hand, you got to pull back, go under. It's about motion.
Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez embody the confrontation the boxing community has been demanding. Stevenson understands the talent, strength, and obstacles Lopez presents, completely conscious of the championship caliber he's confronting. Still, he welcomes the challenge, recognizing the enormous pressure and ferocity this encounter requires from both title holders. Shakur Stevenson labors relentlessly in his training facility, perfecting every element of his boxing velocity, protection, movement, and force, organizing thoroughly for his collision with Teofimo Lopez, guaranteeing he steps into the ring completely prepared to perform and confront one of boxing's most dangerous adversaries. Keyshawn Davis has issued a powerful and direct statement to Teofimo Lopez demonstrating exactly how threatening Shakur Stevenson actually is.
I think Teo the truth, bro. I think that me and him came up together. He been the truth. He been winning tournaments after tournaments with me, alongside of me. So I know what I'm dealing with, bro. I know what type of fighter this is. I know I gotta up my level that night because of who I'm in front of.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, how do you see it, right? Because I hear people saying different things, right? Like media pundits and fans. I brought this up to your grandfather on live the other day. Some people say Teo's more athletic than you. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. It's hard to say who's more athletic. How you gonna say, okay, let's say they say he more athletic than me. If he more athletic than me, if we go outside and do any sport, any other sport besides boxing, can he beat me in it?
What you mean, like basketball or race or running a race?
Any sport, bro. Is he more athletic than me? Because, like, how you gonna be more athletic than me? You can't do nothing better than me at any sport.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know. I wonder. I don't know. I mean, he's an athletic guy. I don't know.
I'm from the trenches, bro. I come from the hood, bro. He comes from where, bro?
He say Brooklyn, but I don't. He be saying he's from Brooklyn, though. I don't know where he's from.
From Florida.
Florida?
He's probably born in Brooklyn. Yeah. He's from Florida. But I'm just saying, like, where I come from is like the hood. I go outside, play basketball every day. I go outside, play football every day.
Yeah.
Of my life.
Yeah.
So for him to be like more athletic, okay, cool. That's what y'all call it, but
man,
I don't know. We'll see you on fight night.
How do you envision it? I mean, I'm sure you played it out in your mind a bunch of times already.
Me just making a great fighter look average. That's how I see it.
Are you gonna fight like the Zepeda way? Because that was the first time we see you fight like that.
I can't tell you how I'm gonna fight. I fight different styles for different people. Yeah. So I may fight this way for this guy. I may fight the other way for another guy. But my main objective is to get the job done.
Yeah.
According to Davis, Stevenson's velocity is not simply average swiftness. It is an incredibly potent tool, enabling him to control the rhythm of a contest, dodge strikes with accuracy, and deliver flawlessly timed responses. Davis stresses that Lopez must never dismiss Stevenson's brilliance, tactical mastery, and combat instincts, all of which transform him into a comprehensive and exceptionally talented competitor. Every action, strike, and sequence Stevenson executes is deliberate, representing his championship-grade capabilities and complete preparation. Confronting him requires acknowledgement, thoughtful strategy, and the capacity to modify immediately, as any miscalculation can result in significant repercussions. Davis's statement highlights the difficulty Lopez will face in the ring, identifying Stevenson's potential to manage, suppress, and take advantage of even the tiniest flaws in his adversaries. This caution functions as a notification that in championship boxing confrontations, ability alone is insufficient. Focus, planning, and performance are similarly vital for success. And Stevenson demonstrates all of them abundantly.
You're gonna pick them apart. And I gotta tell everybody that what you call him is real athletic too. Teofimo. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. You know what I mean? People think, a lot of people say it's going to be easy and all that. Nah. Teofimo can punch and he can box. And like I said, he's real athletic. So, you know what I mean? That'll make it a little difficult right there. You know what I mean?
I see a lot of people going back and forth with it. Some people think Teo got the advantage because of the weight and that he's athletic and explosive. Some people say Shakur is the better boxer.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. How you see that fight ending?
Well, they saying, they got the weight and all that. I see Shakur box big guys. light heavyweights and all that stuff. Just like Moose, he box heavyweights and put the heavyweights down. You know what I mean? I think that's the right move for him. You know what I mean? Get up, and I think he can really do good at that weight.
This isn't a stoppage.
I'm looking at a decision, not a stoppage. But then all according how Teal come in. If Teal come at him, you know what I mean, he's gonna run into some shots. It might be over. You know what I mean?
Now, you always tell me it's the shot that you don't see coming.
That's it.
That power is speed.
Right.
So could it be a situation where people underestimate Shakur's punching power?
Yeah. I think Shakur can punch. You know what I mean? I think he can punch. It's just like I said, speed is power. You know, not them guys, muscle bound guys come in and you talking about, oh, he can punch and all that. Like I just got finished saying, like you just got finished saying, matter of fact, the punch that you don't see knocks him out. And they always say, man, I didn't see that punch coming. That's the one you worry about. You know what I mean? Then you got to look at this. Shakur, he got speed. He hit technician, man.
Andre Ward provides an insightful viewpoint on the distinction between traditional and contemporary competitors, emphasizing how dignity, behavior, and principles were appreciated in his generation. For Ward, boxing was never simply about talent, physicality, or triumphing. It was a profound examination of maturity, restraint, and individual pride. Competitors were required to conduct themselves with class, demonstrating appreciation to rivals, coaches, and the profession itself, while concurrently displaying assurance and guaranteeing their talents and toughness were never doubted. Ward clarifies that traditional competitors merged restraint, intelligence, and expertise with a consciousness of duty, making their standing as significant as their in-ring achievements. They recognized that authentic championship demanded both appreciation for others and boldness when protecting oneself. Conversely, contemporary boxing frequently highlights promotion, entertainment, and publicity focus, occasionally at the cost of these fundamental principles. Ward insists that regardless of transformations in the profession, values like dignity, responsibility, and remaining steadfast in one's convictions stay crucial. Finally, he maintains that a competitor's heritage is evaluated not exclusively by triumphs, but also by integrity, appreciation, and honor inside and beyond the ring.
To announce the fight. I don't understand the press conference. Shakur Stevenson looked confused about the press conference. Teofimo Lopez is known for saying outlandish things, but I've noticed over the last couple years, he's making less and less sense when he speaks. Like, the types of things that he's saying at the press conference are just unnecessary. The things that he's saying and the way he's saying it, I don't know if it's nervous energy. I don't know if he's just trying to get a rise out of these cameras and people online so they can talk about him. I really don't know what it is, but I don't understand why guys do things like that. What does that have to do with the fight? What does that have to do with boxing? Only thing you might accomplish out of that is making Shakur Stevenson mad, and he try to make you pay for that come fight night on January 31st. I don't get that kind of stuff. See, we'll look at stuff like that and we'll laugh at it in the sport of boxing, and we won't say that that's affecting boxing or hurting boxing. We'll just say that's just the way fighters are. But we'll get mad at a Jake Paul and we'll say that he's ruining boxing because you don't like Jake Paul or the things that he says or the fact that he's making money in a space that he didn't grow up in. To me, these are the kind of things. Press conferences like that, when you got Teofimo Lopez saying some of the things that he said, that's the kind of stuff that give boxing and fighters a black eye. That's why when we walk in a room and people know that you fought for a living or you currently fight for a living, they expect a certain type of thing. They look at you a certain type of way, and you almost gotta prove that you're not that to be able to get some respect when you're speaking to people, because they don't expect us to be people who are sensible, people that can articulate their words, people that can be sensible about how they go about their everyday life. So I personally, listen, everybody goes about this fight thing, this competition thing different. I'm not saying nobody has to be like me, got to be like you or anybody else. Be yourself. But that kind of stuff, to me, I don't really see a place for it in the sport of boxing. It don't make sense. It got everybody scratching their head, and your opponent who came there to talk to you about this fight, he wants to hear what you got to say about what you're going to do to him and vice versa. But you got an opponent in Shakur Stevenson who's confused now. He literally was looking around like the look that Shakur Stevenson had on his face was, I did not come here for this. And I think he even said, I really don't know what to say about it. That don't make for a good press conference to me.
Yeah, I know. But see, this is what I try to tell you about. I know y'all don't hear me a lot of time when I say it. There's old school and there's new school. Old school has something like that been said, they would not have allowed us to be able to come face to face. Because you don't say it to me and think I ain't gonna try to tear your head off as soon as I get close to you.
Well,
You
so you're not gonna wait till fight night. You're gonna get it in that day.
Because some things are too because sometimes you go a little bit beyond respect. That's disrespectful. If you disrespect me on any level, we fighting then. Now I'm gonna try to hold it together but if you disrespect me, which is what he just did, I'm not gonna ask him about what he's talking about. When I get close enough, I'm finna show him what I ain't talking about. You understand where I'm coming from? So there's a difference. That's why I say you gotta know the difference from the old school and the new school. Had he said that in my day, they could not. I would tell him, listen, whatever y'all do, don't let me get close to him.
Timothy Bradley highlights the essential significance of confrontations where championship competitors deliberately challenge one another even when the dangers are remarkably substantial. For him, boxing is considerably more than preventing risk, safeguarding a history, or pursuing comfortable wins. It is about examining boundaries, expanding capabilities, and demonstrating genuine ability under strain. Challenging premier opponents compels a boxer to advance in every dimension of their profession. From technical proficiency and approach to psychological fortitude, composure, and athletic preparation, these high-pressure battles expose the authentic potential of a competitor, separating the talented from the genuinely outstanding. Bypassing obstacles may assist in maintaining an unblemished history momentarily, but it accomplishes minimal in building credibility, admiration, or an enduring reputation in the profession. Authentic champions are characterized by bravery, determination, and the readiness to face the finest, acquiring important understanding from each contest, victory or defeat. For Bradley, the essence of boxing exists in these confrontations where resolve, expertise, and approach are examined against championship opposition, generating instances that establish careers and enhance the profession itself.
Have guys take the risk, and let's be okay with fighters having losses. How about that? Guys can have losses and still be at the top of the game. Why not? So this is a really important fight, I think, for the health of the sport. You have gone on record several times saying it's not going to be the best fight or, burning, raging fight, whatever. I think it's going to be an awesome fight because of the level. And it's one of those fights you're just like on the edge of your seat because it's so tight. Are they going to throw a million punches? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I think the level is going to be so high, it's going to overshadow that they're not that busy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's going to be. I mean, you don't have to. You follow the sport, and it's not going to be like some type of shootout. But it's very important. I did say that numerous times. This is a very important fight. The Shakur wins. I think he belongs in the top.
Sean Porter stresses that the conclusion of any significant bout eventually relies on the approaches each competitor introduces into the ring on that particular evening. According to him, elements such as strength, quickness, timing, and versatility hold considerably more importance than any pre-fight promotion or analyst forecasts. A competitor's capability to interpret their adversary, modify strategies mid-bout, and exploit opportunities frequently decides the outcome more than pure standing or fame. Porter's outlook reminds supporters and competitors equally that boxing is not merely about who possesses the stronger presence or the superior history. It's a technical, cerebral profession where instantaneous choices can alter the direction of a match. Organization, dedication, and psychological strength are equally essential as physical qualities, and overlooking an adversary's advantages or overvaluing promotion can be damaging. In summary, Porter declares that boxing excellence is established by implementation and versatility inside the ropes, not exclusively by assumptions outside them. The genuine evaluation of a competitor is demonstrated in the ring round by round.
If Shakur Stevenson is going to get slower moving up in weight or not, where Teofimo can hit him. Maybe he was really fast at 130, 26-30, maybe 35, but 40, you put on a little bit more weight. Shakur Stevenson has a very strong style where he can sit back and pot shot you and box and stuff like that, where Teofimo can also box and is very athletic and can get from side to side and can make things difficult for you as well. So what style is going to impose on the other is what we want to see.
So which style will impose? Is it something where like the first rounds really will dictate, or?
I think you're going to need a couple of rounds, but the first round is going to be very interesting. Maybe you see some tails, but I think maybe 2 or 3 you're going to start seeing one leave the other. Because I don't think that, well, maybe, I mean, Shakur might show some different, if he has to go after Teofimo, he might show some different type of heart that we haven't seen or different type of fighting we haven't seen. And vice versa, you know, whereas Teofimo's hitting him with different shots off the angle that is kind of giving, you know, Shakur Stevenson trouble. We'll see about that.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned.